EMF and the internal resistance. Yes. So today we are going to the next concept. Actually, it is the one condition in that. Yes. So what is that? See, in the previous case we discussed R is infinite. Yes. So the total potential difference, how much we got? That is 0. Yes. So nothing but the EMF we got. That is V is equal to V plus V minus. This is nothing but the E. This much we got in the previous case when the internal resistance will be the infinite. Correct? So today we are taking the next condition, that is R is finite. Yes, here we consider R is infinite, but today we are taking the next condition, that is the R is finite. Yes. So what will be the case if we consider the resistance, that is the internal resistance, as a finite? So see here, the condition will be the current in a simple circuit. The definition we given, that is the simply the heading they given. Then consider a simple circuit in which the resistance R is connected to a cell of a EMF E and the internal resistance are as shown in the figure. So what they said, just consider the one simple circuit. Just consider one simple circuit. Here they consider the one cell. Yes, I already told you that cell is nothing but it is having only the one positive and the negative electrode. So just consider here one positive electrode and one negative electrode. Positive electrode P, negative electrode, it is N. Yes, and this one I connected to the one resistance, that is the internal resistance. Correct? So denote it as a small r. Correct? So as like in the previous case, just I considered here the one point A to the positive terminal P and the point B to the negative terminal N. Yes. So here again I consider the one more resistor. Yes. See, it is the internal resistor. Yes. Through this we have measured the EMF, but again I am considering the one more resistor here. Yes. So that I will take it as a capital R. Yes. It is the internal resistor and it is the one more resistor, that is the external resistor. Take it as a capital R. This is small r, nothing but the internal resistor. Correct? So this is the capital R, that is nothing but the external resistor. So now the current is flowing. We know that usually current will flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Yes. So from the positive terminal it will go to the point A. Later it will move like this and it will start to cross this external resistance capital R. Then it will come to the point B and passes through the internal resistance, and again it will go to the N, negative terminal, and like this it will start to flow through the circuit that whatever we considered. Correct? So now here the condition they mentioned. What is that? The R is finite. So in the previous case we discussed R is infinite, but now R is the finite. Yes, this is the condition now. Yes, so the potential difference, simply I wrote in the short form PD. Yes, potential difference. See, while writing in your exams, just you write the full form. Yes, don't write the short forms. Potential difference you have to write, not the PD. Okay? So potential difference between P and N. Yes, P and N, the potential difference is how much now? That is V. Yes. So see the potential difference between the two electrodes. That is the positive electrode and the negative electrode. That is nothing but we are taking the total potential difference which is present in this circuit. Correct? So what will what we will get now? So total potential difference V is equal to PD, potential difference between the P and A. That is nothing but this P and A. In between this, some amount of the potential difference is present, that we are taking now. First point, plus potential difference between the A and B. See, A here and B it is here. So we are taking the PD in between these 2 points. Yes, the A is connected to the positive electrode and B is connected to the negative electrode. But in between that, some amount of that PD is present. That is nothing but the potential difference is present, that we are considering. Yes. So just remember the one thing, in the previous case, this potential difference between the A and B was how much? 0. Yes. But now it is having the some value, because we are considering resistance R as a finite. Correct? If it is infinite, there is no problem. That means we are having the value 0. But now we are having R is finite. That's why the PD between A and B is having some amount of the value. Correct? So now the third is potential difference between the B and L. That is this one. B and L. L is the negative electrode and the point P that we mentioned on that negative electrode. Just remember the previous diagram. Yes. So this is our main formula, total potential difference. So write it as total potential difference V is equal to, see, potential difference between the P and A. P and A is how much? V plus. Correct? So now potential difference between the A and B is having the value how much? IR. It is having the value minus IR. Yes, but in the previous case it was 0. But now it is minus IR, because R is finite. Yes, I means capital I means current through the circuit, and small r. Here I wrote small r. Don't write the capital R here. Correct? See here, you have to write the small r. That is nothing but the internal resistance. Here we wrote no, here. Internal resistance small r. Yes? So minus IR plus the PD between the B and L is how much? B negative. So we know that E is nothing but the B plus B minus from the previous case. Yes? In the last class we discussed that the EMF, electromotive force, is nothing but the potential difference between the positive and the negative electrodes in the cell. Correct? So B plus B minus is nothing but the E here. S, then minus IR as usual, same. So we get the formula like this. V is equal to E minus IR. Yes, take it as an equation number 1. Then the negative sign for the IR, because of the current through the electrolyte flows from the B to A. See here, I told you that it is a minus IR, but here it is a positive, no? But here we consider negative, because the current is now flowing from the B to A. Yes, like this it is flowing. See, usually the current will flows from the positive terminal P to negative terminal L, but now the current is flowing from B, from point B to, like this, reverse it is flowing. In the reverse direction it is flowing. That's why we are taking the negative sign here. See, forward direction, then backward direction. Yes, or that's the reverse direction you will consider. Forward means positive direction we will consider. Yes, here I showed you the signs here. Yes, but now the current is flowing from the B to A, that is in the reverse order. That's why we are considering now minus. Understood? So now the V is also the potential difference across the resistance R. See, here just we calculated the potential difference. resistance R. That is external resistance. Capital R now. Yes. Don't confuse with the small r and the capital R. Small r is nothing but the internal resistance and capital R is nothing but the external resistance. Then see, we have the potential difference is how much? V is equal to IR. Just remember the Ohm's formula. Yes. So how much we are having now? V is equal to I into R. V is the potential difference in this circuit. I will be the current and the R will be the external resistance. So now we are having the two equations. This is equation number 1 and take it as a equation number 2. So now what we do? Just combine the equation number 1 and the equation number 2. Yes. So now what you will get? So put the value of the V is equal to IR in this equation. Yes. So V is nothing but the IR is equal to E minus IR. Yes. So what will happen now? Minus IR it is. So just take it this side. What it will become? Positive IR. Yes. So what it will become? Capital R. Negative IR. It will comes to this side and it will become positive IR is equal to E. Yes. So here also I is present. Here also I is present. So just you take the common. I will take it as a common and in the bracket R plus R. So is equal to E. E is nothing but the EMF here. Understood? So now I want the total current flowing through the circuit. Yes? Total current I want. Both the internal resistance also and the external resistance also. So how much current I will get now? Capital I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Here E is the EMF, R is nothing but the resistance, R is nothing but the capital external resistance and R is nothing but the internal resistance. Take it as a equation number 3. Yes. So now the equation 3, what it denotes? What it says? This is the expression for the current in a resistance R connected to a cell of the EMF E and the internal resistance R. So what it says? This is expression for the current. It contains EMF E, then resistance capital R and the internal resistance small r. Understood? So now the maximum current drawn from the cell. So see, just we consider the current here. Now I want the maximum current. Just consider here the cell is present. So now I want to take the maximum current from this. So what I have to do now? See, if the maximum, just consider this is the wire. Through this, the current is start to flow. I want to make it maximum current flow through this. So if the maximum current starts to flow means of course the resistance start to decrease. Yes or no? What do you mean by the resistance? Resistance is nothing but the opposition to the flow of current. Correct? If I make resistance 0, then only the maximum current will start to flow. Correct? So the maximum current drawn from the cell is for R is equal to 0. That means the maximum current will be start to flow in the circuit when the resistance capital R will become 0. Yes. Then it is, we can write it as I maximum. Yes. I maximum is equal to E small r divided by small r. See why I not wrote the capital R? Because of this. Put the R is equal to 0. That means you can neglect that one. Then you will get the value E divided by R. However, in the most cells, the maximum current allowed is much lower than this to prevent the permanent damage to the cell. That means, say usually you will do the experiments in the practicals. So what you will do? Maximum you will use the microampere current or the milliampere current. Yes, not more than that. Yes or no? See, definitely no. Then take it as a milliampere. 10 to the power minus 3. It is also the smaller current. Yes or no? So why we are not using the maximum current? It will harms the or else it will damage the cells. Yes, you are using the some instruments while doing the experiments. Correct? So what will happen? Easily, see, if you allow the more number of the current, more current will passes through that. Definitely it will affects to the other instruments in that whatever the experiment is present. That may be affects to the battery, or it may be affects to the voltmeter or else the ammeter. Yes or no? You can take the one more example. See, in your home refrigerator is there and one bulb is there. See, for the refrigerator the current will be different, and for the bulb the current may be the different. Yes or no? Why the current will be different? Because the refrigerator needs the more current than the bulb. What I will do now? I will supply the same amount of the current to the bulb, whatever that I am supplying to the refrigerator. What will happen? Bulb will burst. Yes or no? Because the bulb will take the only particular amount of the current. If I supply the more, it will burst. Yes. Similarly, if I supply the less amount of the current, whatever I am supplying to the bulb, to the refrigerator, the refrigerator will start? Definitely no. Because the bulb which carries the small amount of the current, that will not applying now to the refrigerator. Understood? Here also usually the maximum current will not taken, because it will affects the cell or else the instruments. Understood? Then from this equation 3 and equation number 2. So what we are going to write now? V is equal to ER divided by R plus R. How? See, here R is present and here V is present. So put the value of the I. How much you will get? I is equal to V by R you will get. Yes. So put the value of I, that is V by R. V by R. Yes. So V by R. Correct? Usually this is like this. Yes. So now what I will do? I want the potential difference. So I will move to the this resistance R to the EMF. Yes. So what I will do now? Here I will write R. Yes. So now V is equal to E into R divided by R plus R. Yes. So this gives the potential difference across the terminals of a cell when the cell is in a closed circuit. That means this gives the potential difference in between the two electrodes of a cell, that is positive and the negative electrodes, or else when the current flows through the circuit, it is called as a terminal potential difference of the cell. See, in the previous case we discussed this one. EMF is nothing but the potential difference between the two electrodes, that is positive and the negative electrode. Now we are taking the one more definition, that is the terminal potential difference of the cell. What is that? The potential difference across the terminals of a cell is terminals here. These are called as the terminals of a cell when it is connected in between the two electrodes. Yes, or else when the current flows through that is nothing but the terminal potential difference of the cell. Understood? For this we are having some conditions. Yes, students, after discussing the definition of the terminal potential difference of a cell, we are having some notes here. Yes, like some conditions. What are that? See, relation between the EMF and the potential difference. Yes, see, we are constituting the relation between the EMF and potential difference of a circuit. What is that? V is equal to IR. We know that one, that is the Ohm's law. Equation number 2. And then V is equal to ER divided by R plus R. That is equation number 4 that we considered. Correct? So take it as again this equation, second circuit, total potential difference. Then E is the EMF, R will be the resistance or its external resistance, and small r is nothing but the internal resistance, right? So what you do, dividing by capital R, just divide this term by the capital R. So what you will get, V is equal to E divided by R is nothing but the, only E will remains, R will get cancelled here, then R divided by R, it will become 1 plus small r divided by capital R. Yes. So now what will happen, it will use the relation that is EMF is equal to potential difference. Potential difference is equal to the EMF only when this resistance, that is internal resistance, will become 0 and this capital R, that is external resistance, become infinite or is infinity. Well, these will become, this internal resistance 0 and capital R, nothing but the external resistance, will be the infinite. That time we are getting the that is equation, nothing but the EMF is equal to the potential difference. So the potential difference is equal to EMF only when the internal resistance must be 0. Here must be 0 they said. Yes, there has to 0. Then only you are getting EMF is equal to the potential difference. That is R is equal to 0. Then second one is the external resistance is infinity. External resistance R, it will become infinite. That time only you will get the value EMF is equal to the internal resistance. Understood? This is, that is we discussed the 2 points, that is the when R is infinite, what is the potential difference, and when R is finite, what is the potential difference, that we discussed.